Excelsior, everyone! Poor Cynic here with Tyrant Reviews, and this is Marvel Puzzle Quest Dark Reign by Demiurge Studios and D3PA. This is a Match 3 style puzzle game with collectible card game elements set in the Marvel Universe. You field a team of 3 heroes or villains using the tile matching mechanic to fight battles and power up special abilities. The storyline follows the Dark Reign arc from the comics, which I'm not really all that solid on because I don't read comics, which maybe makes me a silly person to review this, but whatever. As far as I can tell from what I played, however, it revolves around Nick Fury getting fired from S.H.I.E.L.D. following a boom in superpower-granting MacGuffium, which doubles handily as one of the super currencies. Norman Green Goblin Osborn is tapped to take his place because he's apparently reformed and the government is full of people stupid/corrupt/evil enough to believe him. He reforms S.H.I.E.L.D. into Hammer, and surprise, surprise, sets about doing rather criminal things. It falls to your motley crew to stop him. Feel free to leave any complaints about my summation about this really stupid plot in the comments below. So let's take a look at this, what we got to go on here. There's latest news and there's all sorts of events. And basically this is how it lays out. Everything is divided into a series of missions that from there you can select and go into actual play. And it's, as I said, and which I'll demonstrate in a little bit, it's a match 3 system like Bejeweled, but it also allows for tactics using hero powers and whatnot like that, which I will get into shortly. But first, let's go over some of the other things here on screen. Along the top here, you can see the purple crystals. That is one of your currencies. That's the MacGuffium I talked about. And then next to that, the coin with the little Tony Stark face in there. That is your super currency. And this is what you do to get, special, basically cards, is how you purchase these and you can get cards with them. And you can see here, the prices are not great, really. Yeah, $200 for $2 all the way up to $25,000 for $100. Or if you're looking down at the crystal, $65,000 for $100 with the sale. It's not great, really. And then right underneath that, the upward pointing green arrow, that just shows your resupply. That is, if you play per day, you'll get rewards. Things like recruit tokens or MacGuffium or, specialty characters or whatnot. Or first aid kits, which you can use to heal your superheroes if they've been injured or knocked out. Which is part of the sort of, basically the power purchasing system, the waiter pay element. It's not a bad waiter pay. Basically, if you lose or if you get hurt, you have to wait. Otherwise, your characters are not at full strength. That being said, those wait times can get really crazy. I'm talking like multiple hour wait times sometimes, depending on the hero. But let's take a look at the hero recruitment. Now, the heroes are ranked by stars. The 1 star, those are common heroes. Those are standard. 2 stars are heroic, and then 3 stars are obviously top tier characters. And you get these sort of recruit tokens. That's how they're determined. You can see I have 3 and get your covers. Covers being the collectible cards of this game. Through either random drops, rewards for beating levels in ways that are not really made clear, or by purchasing them with the in-game currency. Now, if you want to just redeem them, it's very easy. You just tap, and I will get the cover to here. What are we going to get? Something good, something I can use. Oh, I got Daken, the Dark Avengers Wolverine, which is good because I actually just got another one of his in a random drop the other day. Excuse me. Not a random drop. It was one of the daily rewards. So that actually works pretty well. Let's grab one of these special covers as well, because why not? And I'll get on to the actual physical recruitment and just say, oh, I got Captain America. Not a great level. He's only level 6. I'm at the point now where I need like level 15 or higher. I like the cover though. Defending America against bigotry, crime, and injustice, and terrorism and oppression and other things I can't read. But yeah, that's cool. And you can see it said there, Peacemaker. That's one of the abilities which I'll go into now. Let's take a look at roster. These are the characters I have unlocked at the moment. Now you can get more space for heroes by purchasing it with the special currency, but that gets really expensive really fast. You can see here, Mine is currently full up. I have Black Widow, Iron Man, Doctor Doom, 2 versions of Spider-Man, one of which is Spider-Man Bagman, Thor, and Juggernaut. I think I'm going to scrap Thor to get Daken. Thor's fine and all, but I'm not getting any drops for him. Plus, he looks really bad. That's one of the problems about this game, is the artwork is not all that good on the characters. You'll see what I mean once we actually get into battle. So, in order to do that, we just go into Thor. See, he's an uncommon character. He has the ability Mjolnir's Might. We can sell him for 250 of the purple crystals. Shows the cover in more detail. It says who the artist was and what issue this was. See, this is the damage he does. Or this is the stats for the character. He's got a health of 600. His damage, if he has the icon on the little gems here, that means he basically deals the most damage in that area. So if you make a combo with these, that's the amount of damage he'll do. His amount of combo damage and whatnot. You can raise his level, provided you've invested in covers for him, and train powers. And here we have the actual powers themselves. You can either level them up with more of the special currency. This is going to be a thing that keeps popping up. Or with actually using the covers, the specialty covers. Like if I had a cover with a yellow bar here, I could use that to level him up. But I don't. And we can actually see what they do. Mjolnir's Might. Thor brings his hammer down on the enemy, dealing 44 damage. The magical energies of his hammer begin to charge his next strike, adding 3 yellow tiles to the board. That's fine, but it doesn't really help me. And I don't have anything in Thunderstrike or Call to Storm. And he is a mighty Avenger, verily. That was informative. But, yeah, we can basically... Let's go and let's... Sorry, Thor, but I'm going to have to get rid of you now. About to destroy a character cover. Yeah. And I can actually recruit a hero now. Oops. Let's recruit some of the heroes I already have. That's under rewards. So we have... You can see here, Captain America, Daken, Bullseye, Daken. I have one already for Spider-Man Bagman, that's why it says train instead of recruit, and one more for Iron Man. So let's recruit Daken. Dark Avengers Wolverine. Dark Avengers is basically the Hammer equivalent to the Avengers. You know, the obviously not evil guys. And then we can train them up, which will actually add to their abilities. So now we can see here he has 1 level in Pheromone Rage and 1 in Healing and Heat. He only has 2 powers, which is kind of a pain, which is kind of a bummer. Thor had 3. So not particularly enthused with that. But hey, let's also train up Spider-Man Bagman while we're here. Snarky Remark. He befuddles his foes, increasing the timer on a selected countdown tile by 2 + 1 for every web tile up to 10. Countdown tiles are basically special abilities. You see them most often when you're fighting minions. Excuse me. Caught a little bubble in my throat there. See, he has powers of Switcheroo, Reb Swinger, and Snarky Remark. He's not a spectacular character. It's mostly just for novelty. And then train with Iron Man, because he's Iron Man. Ultra Freon Beam. World's greatest engineer freezes the target, stunning them for 2 turns and dealing 605 damage. It's very useful. And now we can go back. And let's very quickly go into train. Now, once you've given them a boost to their power, you can train them. That's what the little arrow means, raise their level. Do this, you spend the purple currency, the MacGuffium, and that'll increase their damage and health and whatnot. And it's all very good. And you can see here, level max 8, which means he's basically hit his limit, which stinks. And level cap of 69. So basically, he's only barely better than Thor. So what a good trade I made. But yeah, Black Widow, I've leveled I've gotten her abilities all the way up to 5 for each. You can only go up to 5 for each one. So basically, I could level her up all the way to whatever her level cap is. But I won't at the moment because I've taken enough time. Let's actually get to the game. Although, a couple things. First, we look at events. These are basically special things you can do. You'll get special rewards for doing them. You can get bonuses and all that sort of good stuff. Shield Versus. This is the online multiplayer, and this is where the game is incredibly broken. Events also have multiplayer, it should be noticed. Or noted. Not noticed. Basically, you can sort of play against the lineups of other characters. That's all very well and good in theory, but because this game relies so much on in-app purchases, that means it's automatically going to be skewed against people who are willing to spend the money. If you're not willing to put in real money to get cards, which by the way are randomly dropped, as you might have noticed, I didn't have any input about who I got. There's no way an ordinary person is going to win against someone who's got the excess cash to put in. It's it can't be done, and that's one of the major problems with this game. There's a lot of problems with this game. The story's silly. Then the menu system, you might have noticed, is clunky. Basically, the best part about this game is the actual game itself, because the match 3 system is pretty well done. So let's pick a level here. Easy, easy, blah, blah. Let's go all the way to the end. Rescue Mary Jane. We're going to save Mary Jane, or try to save Mary Jane from a level 40 Venom. Get in there and help Spider-Man before her acting career is cut tragically short. And you have a chance to win things like this recruit token standard, or that recruit token standard, or 50 hero points, which would be very useful. So yeah, basically you set your team. In this case, let's go with... okay, important thing to note about setting a team is that, obviously, as I said before, the person who deals damage is the one who has the highest ability in that particular color. If I go into Spider-Man here, it's going to be 12 and 13 for yellow and purple. So obviously I don't want to have colors, or I don't want to have characters that sort of overlap with him, because they won't get used. They'll just sit in the background and Spider-Man will end up absorbing all of the actual fighting. So I don't want to have Juggernaut because Juggernaut's weak. So we'll have Dr. Doom Classic. Dr. Doom focuses on blue and black. And let's actually switch him for Dakin, because Dakin focuses on green and I think red. Admittedly, he is a bit low, but I guess we'll just have to run with it. And we'll see how well that works. Now we can actually get into the fight. Now we can add boosts. Boosts basically just give you a one-time bonus. See, some of these are retired for reasons I don't really understand. But there's things like power boosts, you get more damage of a particular color, or against a particular enemy, or you can get more stockpiles. So let's use one of these retired boosts, because why not? I've got 8 of them. And we will be fighting against Venom. And I'm not going to do a Spider-Man voice, because I can't really do one. Or a Venom voice. Nah, I'm not feeling it right now. And we get into the gameplay itself. And this is where the game actually is pretty good. The match 3 system is well balanced. It's not particularly cheap. Some match 3 games, they tend to skew towards the computer. They get lots of fortunate drops and whatnot. And the addition of the basically abilities, like those are passive abilities, but like Spider-Man's, or no, that's Venom, screwed up. Spider-Man's webbing ability, it adds for a level of strategy you don't normally find in other match 3 games, and I like that. And obviously you do more damage for longer combos. You match up 4 or 5 or what have you, or you match it in a T shape or an L. And not really a lot I can do here, so let's just start swiping. Oh, that was decent. I say decent. I got 2,500 life points to knock him down through. That's going to be a thing. And some of his abilities are real beasts. And I'm not happy about those. At least I'm getting some... Strike Tile. This is part of Dakin's passive ability, or one of his passive abilities. Use the damage of your attacks. Tap on one to learn more. While on the board, each hero attack goes 4 more damage. So obviously I don't want to make combos with that tile because it's helping me. Slightly bump the mic there. This is a bit awkward because I have to hold it in the portrait mode as opposed to landscape mode where I can just set it up on a stand. Don't really see a lot of combos I can make here. You can see here I have an ability now I can use all tied up. Spider-Man wraps the target webbing, adding a new yellow tile to the board, and then stunning the enemy for 1 turn for each web tile on the board for a maximum of 5 turns. So basically, right now, I can just use this, and it's a 1-turn stun, which means I got 1 turn just to act how I like. And we will try to find something that is good. Not really a lot I can do, so we're just gonna Yeah, I got rid of the webbing tile right away because Venom's abilities also revolve around web tiles, including one that basically can knock characters out in one go, which is very bad. Man, I'm getting a lot of these abilities. Dakin is getting his butt kicked. What a good choice he was. Alright, the cities, matching this little city tiles doesn't actually do damage, but they give you other benefits. If you fill up, you can see here, like if you get 55 cities, you can get a hot dog stand which recovers health, or you can destroy left and right sides of the board. So it's sort of just, it doesn't do any damage, but it helps you in a longer run. Alright, got some good falls there. And see here, you saw a shield briefly pop up that basically just adds to your defense for, you know, it takes away some of the opponent's damage. And this is how the game pretty much runs, obviously. I didn't pick a particularly ability-heavy team here. Spider-Man's really the only one who has an ability that affects the other side. Dakins are both passive, and Dr. Doom, he transfers blue tiles into black tiles, which is vaguely useful, although not so much in this case. And you might have heard that was an email, because I'm a popular guy. And we are going to match those up. We're going to just basically whittle him down. Oh, that was bad. Not looking spectacular for me. But, Alright. Oh, yeah. Oh. Really want to get those 4s. I'm not getting any of the 4 matches. It's disappointing, to say the least. At least Dakin has a nice passive ability where he can just heal. So it means I can sort of, as long as he's not getting actively pummeled, he can actually sort of recuperate. Pheromone Rage. Oh, Symbiote Snare. It's one of his abilities. He's going to stun. Oh, he stunned 2 characters. He stunned everybody. That really sucked. That's not usually what a Symbiote Rage does. I want to... Oh. I have to look at that one. Sends his teams like a rope, wrapping up the whole enemy team to stun them for 1 turn. Yeah, that's not normally what Symbiote Snare does. Normally it only stuns 1 character. So that was not great. But now he put another web tile on the board, which means this stun will last for 2 turns now. So that's pretty good. Means I'll have a little bit longer to keep whittling at him. It's perhaps not the best battle to have chosen, because this might last for a while. Just for, obviously, the sheer amount of health he has. Oh, I can stun him again, actually. Haha. Just got out of it. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Trollololol. Spider-Man's like that. He's kind of a dick, in case you didn't notice from his various incarnations. Be honest, as I said, I'm not much of a comic guy. I don't read superhero comics or running superhero comics. I like things like what was it? Like Sandman. I like Sandman and stories like that. Sandman's probably one of my favorites, but there are others I like. Let's see here. Not looking spectacular for me. So I'm gonna... Basically what I can do is just keep stunning him for turns, and hopefully he won't be able to use his superpowered Devour on me, because that will basically pretty much end any hope I have of winning this thing. And we're gonna swipe over there. And he is back with a vengeance. We're gonna make this match. We're gonna get more Pheromone Rage. Oh, that sucked. Wasn't paying attention. So yeah, Dakin is almost out. What a good choice he was. Oh, Devour. There goes Spider-Man. Jeez. And there pretty much go my chances for winning this fight. I did not make good choices in selecting my team for this. But now you're going to see how bad the wait time is. Oh yeah, I'm getting mortarized here. Man, oh man. Just very quickly, you hit the pause button. You adjust your options for the music and sound. You can reset tutorials, or you can just retreat and back out, and that automatically deals some damage to your characters. Might be a better choice to do that now because I think waiting for them to recover from the damage they will take will not take as long as waiting for the damage to recover if they get knocked out. But I want to show you what it is to get knocked out, so I'm just going to fight on to the bitter end. Do as much as we can. We got him down to a little below half, but it is not going to be enough. Not at all. I must insist, Mr. Venom, that you stop kicking my ass. Because you're embarrassing me. You're making me look incompetent. Ooh, I can make a 4-match. Yes. Didn't really help. Because he got the symbiote snare, and now they're stunned. And they're going to get their butts kicked. Dr. Doom is just hanging on by the skin of his teeth. Not looking good for me. Nope, not at all. Oh, man. I came in, I was confident, I was too confident. I just, this won't be a problem. Yes, it will. I got new characters, they won't help you. Everyone's dead. Everyone's dead now. Stop toying with him, just kill him. Ah, you're so cruel. Now he's the troll, and I'm the victim. Yep, there goes Dakin, which means it's just the not-so-good doctor, which means this will be over in about 3 moves. Or 1 move. He just ate Dr. Doom. Well, that's something you won't see in the comics. Your battle tips, get new heroes and powers, train your heroes, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, now we go into train, and we can see here it's going to be 49 minutes to bring Dr. Doom back out of unconsciousness, and then there was a further wait time to actually heal him back up. But fortunately, since the Spider-Man I was using was the assist character, it didn't actually knock out my Spider-Man, which means I still have characters I can use. So let's go into battle now. Do I want to lame it out on an easy mission or go with a normal mission? Yeah, let's go with a normal mission. Stolen data. We have a lieutenant, a soldier, and a pyro. These are all sort of minions, the mooks, the henchmen. And they're the ones who are going to have the countdown abilities. Dakin, we're going to switch you out with Black Widow. We're going to switch Doctor out with Iron Man. And we're going to switch Juggernaut out with Bagman, Spider-Man. And we're going to not use a boost. I don't really feel like using it on henchmen. But, yeah, that's pretty much wraps up everything the Marvel Puzzle Quest has to offer. Now, let's not beat around the bush. This is there's not a lot to like about this game. The emphasis on freemium content being the main issue is just there's a lot of that going around. That being said, there's still a very competent single-player Match 3 title. Stripped away the dopey story and the IAP, I'd argue it still stacks up reasonably well against other Match 3 titles. It's certainly not top tier, but it's a fun little exercise, especially if you like Marvel, and you sort of get what they're talking about, and you get all the references. Obviously, it's going to help if you've kept up on storylines. But I'd hesitate dropping any actual money on, but the base free version serves as a decent enough distraction. Obviously, if you like multiplayer, you're going to be disappointed. If you don't like waiting or the waiter pay, you're not going to like it. Yeah, there are a lot of issues. But if you're just looking for a nice little distraction, a new twist, or not a new twist, because this has been done before, it's part of the Puzzle Quest series. If you're looking for a different twist, a Marvel-themed twist on the Match 3 puzzle game, just pause here and stun you. Yeah, then you might actually like this. A lukewarm recommendation, but a recommendation nevertheless. So yes, I've been Poor Cynic with Tyrant Reviews. Ta-ta and farewell.